Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Good morning, everyone. Jay Pankluka with JP's Talk About Town on WSKB Westfield. Thanks for joining in this morning. You made it through another week. Kind of rain and drizzly and icky, and today's going to be nice to make up for it.
We're going to miss the tropical storm that's off to our south.
We're not going to miss it. It's going to miss us. See, everybody's been saying we're just missing the storm, and I think that's an incorrect statement.
No,
I believe because we don't move. The storm moves. So the storm is missing us.
I prefer to think that we have that much, because global warming and everything, we have that much power over the weather. And we told it to go away.
There's a lot of people in the Northeast. You get us all to blow south hard enough at the same time, and we'll just kind of push it out to sea.
Everybody passes gas at once. We're good.
Oh.
Make quite a stink, but it'll affect the ozone.
Stop raising a stink. JP's Golden Age of Radio this morning is going to be featuring a few haunted happenings. Well, at least Halloween-themed or kind of spooky-themed themes, so to speak.
You're reaching, Jay.
We're going to have some fun with Halloween.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's October. It's one of my favorite times of year, not just because of the change of seasons, which I always love the fall because of that. Chilly air and anticipation of snow, and like lots of snow, and then there's going to be snow, and it's going to come down, and we're not going to be able to get out of our houses. Sorry, guys.
So next week we're going to air the War of the Worlds in Westfield.
Are we now?
We might as well.
I think that's a great idea.
Since you're off.
Well, yeah, we're going to be on hiatus for a day.
You're in Vegas.
But yeah, I think that's a great idea. Let's
why not? It's close enough to Halloween.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
So I was looking at our schedule here, our monthly schedule, and we have a fifth Wednesday this month.
Yeah.
Which means we have no monthly shows.
Yeah.
And the fifth Wednesday is
the 31st.
It is.
Which is
Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Wow, funny how that happens.
So our good friends from Agawam Paranormal are going to take that fifth Wednesday and run with it.
Cool.
And do a 2-hour Halloween show.
What a great idea.
I realized, I said, you guys can have the fifth Wednesdays if you want to do a 2-hour show here and there.
Yeah.
And he's like, the first one is Halloween. And I went, it's yours.
Speaking of the Paranormal Society, they're going to be this weekend doing a couple of shows over at the Women's Club.
Mm-hmm.
So if you'd like to learn more, you can go out to westfieldonweekends.com. Lots is happening. Speaking of Halloween and pumpkins, and Pumpkin Fest is happening Saturday all afternoon from noon till about dusk. When we will light the pumpkins on the green.
Mm-hmm. And looking at the forecast, It looks like we might have a shower in the morning, but that's not going to deter people because it's going to stop right around noontime.
Don't let that bother you.
No, that's what I'm saying. I said it's going to be perfect weather because you're going to get the rain out of the way early and then come on out and carve. It'd be great weather.
Yeah, it should be a really nice afternoon. So that's Pumpkin Fest on the Green. Go out to westfieldonweekends.com to find out more. There's a big Pumpkin Fest logo right there on the homepage. Just click on that and it'll run you out to a whole page full of activities.
Yep. All kinds of stuff going on. Music on the main stage, dancing troops. We have the jazz band and the show choir. We're going to have... What do you have over on your stage? You playing music for the car show part of it?
Well, I don't have a stage, but we do have...
You have a booth?
I'm going to be hanging out under a tent down the road.
Yes.
But be playing music, 50s and 60s tunes, a typical car show genre. So Julie from the Dewey House will be organizing that. It's a great collaboration because the folks from Artworks are going to have craft booths out there. The Dewey House will have craft booths. Mina's Wine and Spirits is going to be serving beer and wine outside, courtesy of the Tavern Restaurant.
So it's
commercial distributing.
Like a tag team.
It is. Everybody's getting together, and I love collaborations. I love when everyone works together to put together an event that's bigger and better than the last one. And this is, last year we had kind of the Green and down Court Street a little bit. All of that's staying the same, but we're also closing down Elm Street. From Franklin Avenue to School Street, so people can wander up and down. The Blue Umbrella Books is going to be having little themed things going on. If you want to walk around the back of Blue Umbrella and you get there through the little alleyway to the right of City Hotel, they're going to have some little surprises there too. A little haunted alleyway, not quite Diagon Alley, but that's kind of hard to reproduce. And of course I say that.
No idea what you're talking about.
I've been to Universal Studios, and they've probably done about as good as anybody's ever going to do at recreating Diagon Alley. That was just a cool thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be a Harry Potter fan.
Gotcha. I'm
okay.
Really not.
You're not.
No.
Well, jeez, where you been?
I've been along, and I'm not a big Harry Potter fan.
Well, you need to be.
No, I really don't.
Well, admittedly,
my sci-fi is a little bit different.
Admittedly, I was a Harry Potter fan from the first book. That's when my kids were starting to learn to read, and the rest of them kind of fell off. But the first movie was just phenomenal, and introducing you to all the characters and stuff. So everything you hoped would happen happened, and then more. Well, anyway, as I said, we have a little bit of an extended golden age of radio today. We're going to fire things up with Escape and 7 Hours to Freedom. So we'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back from our break. So we'll run a little bit of a long break here, and we'll be back right after this.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com. Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Wednesday mornings start off right from 6 to 8 a.m. with Tina Gorman and Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Escape was radio's leading anthology series of high-adventure radio dramas, airing on CBS from 1947 to 1954. Since the program did not have a regular sponsor like Suspense, it was subjected to frequent schedule shifts and lower production budgets. Despite these problems, Escape enthralled many listeners during its 7-year run. The series' well-remembered opening combined Mussorgsky's Night on Bald Mountain with this introduction, as intoned by Paul Frees and William Conrad. Tired of the everyday grind? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all? We offer you Escape.
You, finding life rather dull? Dreaming again of exotic places? Wishing you were somewhere else? We offer you Escape.
Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
Escape with us now to a small fishing boat off the California coast and a night of terror and death at the hands of a brilliant madman, as Bud A. Nelson tells it in his exciting story, 7 Hours to Freedom.
The Pacific Ocean off the coast of Southern California is usually thought of as calm and peaceful, where there's very little danger. But don't take the Pacific for granted, or you'll be writing your name in foam and throwing it into the wind. There can be trouble out there. All kinds of trouble. The winter months are the lean ones along the coast. Lou and I scrape the bottom of the barrel to make fuel and stores for my boat, the Merry Widow. Rigging for mackerel is fishing the hard way. You've seen the mackerel fleet sneak up on the coast. Those ghostly cities of lights offshore. Guys like Lou and myself trying to make a payload with lights and stinking chum. Mashed, marinated muck you toss overboard with your bare hands to attract the fish. We were anchored alone west of Point Doom Whistle Boy, about a mile out. It was dark except for the spot we flashed on the water and the flashing of headlights on Highway 101, where it dips down to the shore to get a run for Zuma Grade. There were mackerel around, and they were ready.
Come on, baby. Up you come.
And a boy, Lou. Keep them coming. I'll move the chum out into the light.
Hiya, come on, kids. Free chow, good, juicy, chovy paste. Come and get it. Oh, boy. They're hot. Stay low.
They're swarming into the spot. Hey, work the edges, Lou.
Yeah.
They're about ready for the net. Oh, look at them. 3 or 4 pounders.
Show me a spot, boy. Lay it right in front of me. They're ready for the net.
Currents offshore. Drag toward me.
Right.
Ease into them.
Oh, boy. They're hot and heavy. The net's alive.
Now, fill her up.
Green dynamite. Come on, kiddies. Come to pop.
Beauties. Good boy, Lou. Keep them coming. Swamp us. That's the way it works, if you hit it. You forget the smell, the scum, the numbness in your hands, the icy water in your boots. You forget you're heaving 30 to 50 pounds on the end of an 8-foot pole. And you see dollars pile up in the bin boards on your deck. You forget everything around you until they're gone. And you notice that there is a world around you.
Here they go. School's out.
2 tons at least.